Well, I was content originally with my results of the 23andMe, being 1/5 Native American, 1.5 or Sub-Saharan, and 1.2 Middle Eastern or Egyptian or North African, and or whatever that is, but Arab, Egyptian, or Levantine, and I was content with even the strange trace ancestry going to Central Asia somewhere, but I got the updated one, and I was kind of like bothered. I was happy to look at this other one. It told me exactly kind of what tribal makeup, which makes me think that I'm North American rather than Latin American Indian, which is very, kind of what I was hoping for and what I was thinking, but I'm never too sure. They keep changing it. It's hard to take these seriously. When you look at my first DNA test, and that's a certificate, it says I'm 3/4 European and 1/4 East Asian, essentially, if you round it off. But then I wasn't too content. Now, I wasn't surprised here. I did always think I was a bit of a caveman. So that didn't surprise me, but it was fun to know that. And I think that goes to prove a point that Neanderthals are very much just like the rest of us. If we could breed, we're the same. Well, anyhow, I start to look at these juxtapositions and these other things here that are different. I was happy to know I was related to some kind of royalty. Better than nothing. Oh well. Now here, again, this is what I found on my last test as my European heritage. Now it's about to change when I get the updated. It was kind of a disappointment. Here's the first one. I was 1%, not 1.5 Sub-Saharan, and I'm 0.7%, but Egyptian. Straight up Egyptian. I have trace ancestry in the Arab, or like the Levant area. So okay, sure, I'll take that. And I'm showing you the updated little thing here, so you know it's the update from 23andMe. Yes, I'm no longer French. I'm mostly British, and a little bit of Northwestern European. Now, the Southern European was a surprise. I'm not French, but I'm pretty much. I have some Italian. This was a pleasant surprise here, being Native American, and now I got more Asian. Look at that. It's 0.5 Northern Asian, 0.4 being Mongolian or Manchuria. My guy friends are going to be making fun of me for it, and that other one, just broadly Northern Asian. But my unassigned now bumped down to like 0.5%. Still Mexican nonetheless. And like I said, I'm just 1% Sub-Saharan and 0.7% North African. Well, on that 23andMe thing, it was a surprise to get the updated on that. I have to find my other pictures to share on the rest of it, but I will. I found them very interesting because some of the mytrueancestry.com paints a fairly interesting picture of what they find in your DNA compared to certain mummies they have. And I was not surprised. I was amused by the North Asian, Central Asian. I'm wondering if that they really could trace that land bridge theory with the Native Americans back there, because it's interesting that this time around I found I was, a smidgen more Native American than the last test. So I'm cool with that. I was not too keen on the French part being removed because I thought for sure, because my grandma would say, hey, we're French. We have like 10%, or something. That's what, at least what the DNA test said. And now it's not there. It's all English. And I'm like, well, okay. And I'm going to be joking about this for the rest of my life. I was like, well, I guess I am everything colonialism touched in a bad way. I have a sense of humor about it. It's kind of interesting. Tell you the truth, it's interesting looking at DNA because it changes every time they do an update or every time readers read things differently. It changes. My advice to you is never lose your shit over it because it's almost not even worth taking seriously. I mean, somewhat is. But I learned some things I got to do and some heart problems, some other things. That's mostly attributed to weight, so that's on me. They didn't mention diabetes so much, though. I'd say do the test, see what you find.